Next global indicator is TS. TS means Trans-Siberia. TS global indicator we have to consider when our journey is between area 2 and 3, and in that journey we have the non-stop sector between Europe and Japan and Korea. Now I'll explain you through this map. For the TS, your itinerary has to satisfy two conditions. Very first is journey should be between area 2 and 3 or 3 to 2, and in that journey you should have the non-stop sector between Europe and Japan and Korea. Means between Europe and Japan and Korea you should have the direct flight. That plane should not take the halt in Southeast Asia, all these countries. Means it should have the direct flight between Europe and Japan and Korea, or Japan and Korea and Europe, like this. Now I'll explain you with some of the examples, then only you will be able to understand this global indicator properly. Now very first is Lagos, Berlin, Tokyo, Hanoi and Sydney. Now we have to find out that whether this itinerary is satisfying the condition of TS or not. For the TS, your itinerary has to satisfy two conditions. Very first is the journey should be between area 2 and 3, and in that journey you should have the non-stop sector between Europe and Japan and Korea. Now first we'll find out the areas. Lagos is in Nigeria, Nigeria is in area 2, Berlin is in Germany, Germany is in area 2, Tokyo is in Japan, Japan is in area 3, Hanoi is in Vietnam, Vietnam is in area 3, and Sydney is in Australia, Australia is in area 3. Now this itinerary has satisfied the TS first condition, that is journey should be between area 2 and 3. Now secondly, we should have the non-stop sector between Europe and Japan and Korea. Now Berlin is in Germany, Germany is in Europe, and Tokyo is in Japan, Japan is in Japan and Korea. Now here we have the non-stop sector between Europe and Japan and Korea. That's why the global indicator for this itinerary will be TS. Now I'll see the one more example. Moscow, Athens, Tokyo. Now whether